This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye. Everyone loves the idea of spending an afternoon curled up with a good book.
Well, grow up, because it's almost impossible.
Luckily, you can take your next great story with you on Audible.
Audible has a massive selection of titles to choose from, including This American Life, new books by Michael Connelly, along with classics from Agatha Christie, and so much more.
Whether you want a mystery, a true crime story, or something completely different, there's always something new to listen to.
New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com/MFM.
Audible, stories that speak to you.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Hello. And welcome
to my favorite murder.
The Minisode. Come on. You love this one.
You love it. Okay, you want to go first this time?
Sure.
Yeah.
The subject line of this email is simply the bright side of humanity.
Oh.
K&G, crew and critters.
Oh.
I sent this before. You asked for... That's such a fucking hilarious way to start an email. Hey, look, I sent this before.
Yeah.
You asked for stories about people doing good deeds. Here's a story about a roadside rescue. Back in the early 80s, before cell phones, I was cruising around the Beltway, heading to a friend's house to drop off my dog Spanky before going on vacation. It was after work, still daylight, and strangely, there was very little traffic. I'm in the second lane from the right, and I notice an 18-wheeler barreling up in the far left lane. I glance forward to see a 4x4 piece of lumber in the left lane. How do I know it was a 4x4? Because I got a much closer look at it. Sure enough, the truck runs over the wood, turning it into a missile heading straight for my windshield.
No!
Spanky was next to me. She refused to ride in the back, and I pushed her to the floor, leaned myself onto the passenger seat, and blindly turned the car to the right, trying to avoid the projectile. This all happened at once. Me pushing the dog, leaning out of the way, and steering the car to the right. As the wood takes off my side view mirror, busts through the driver's window, and becomes impaled inside between the headrest and the car frame.
What the fuck?
Thankfully, there was no one in the right lanes. In fact, there was no one at all on the road. The 18-wheeler blithely continues down the highway, and we're covered in bits of safety glass, partially pulled over on an eerily empty 4-lane highway. What the fuck just happened?
Dude.
The dog and I are okay, just a little stunned, and we had to exit by the passenger door since there was an 8-foot 4x4 sticking out of the driver's window. While we were sitting on the side of the road and I'm trying to process what to do next, this tricked out custom painted van with very large horses on it pulls over and 2 guys get out.
Oh, great, great.
I'm hoping they're going to be cool because I was pretty defenseless. No phone, no potential weapon, and no witnesses. They walk around my car, freaking out over the wood protruding awkwardly, and then approach me, asking if I'm okay. In a shaky voice, I answer yes, and I can feel the delayed response of tears and jitters coming on. One of the guys runs across all 8 lanes of freeway to get to a gas station and use the payphone. And then in parentheses, it says, like I said, it was the 80s. The other one stands there looking at me and then says, I bet you could use a drink. And my 22-year-old self says, a big one. And he says, well, this is your lucky day. I work for, and then in parentheses, the beer company with the very large horses. He opens the back of the van to reveal a tapped keg nestled in a custom stand and a stack of to-go cups on a little bar. Yes. While waiting for the cops, I enjoyed a cold beverage with my savior, which we discreetly disposed of when the officer arrived. The cop took a report. The van dudes removed the lumber from my car. I dropped off Spanky and the car was repaired while I was on vacay. All's well that ends well. Stay sexy and pay attention when you're driving. Loretta.
What the fuck?
I mean, that is one of the greatest stories ever told.
Yeah, that's a great survivor story. Unbelievable.
That happened to us once when we were on the freeway. We watched just like a standard ladder fall off the back of a truck and come bouncing down the freeway at us. So it bounced over the car in front of us. And then it hit the ground in front of the car. And my ex was driving and he kind of put his hand out and went, hold on. And we drove over it.
Oh my God.
And nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
We just drove over it and it was fine. But it was, if it was any denser material, like I think we smashed it from driving over it.
Right. Or maybe you've had a smaller car or something like that.
Yeah. It was fucking horrifying. The idea that it was just like, she just basically collided with a lumber missile.
Good thing she saw it first. I'm never leaving the house again.
I mean, Loretta, thank you for that amazing 80s story. That was epic.
A great epic story. This is called 12-Year-Olds with Jobs and My Almost First Murder. Hello, you recently called for stories about 12-year-olds with jobs, and I thought, yay, I finally have a story to write in. Back in the very early 90s, you could start volunteering as a candy striper at the local hospital when you turned 12. A few of my friends did it and were tasked with safe jobs, such as delivering flowers or helping in the gift shop. I must have looked like a very responsible 12-year-old because I was assigned to the transportation department, which meant I had to transport patients out of the hospital when they were discharged home. I had a great time wheeling new moms with babies to their waiting cars and elderly people happy to be going home. One day, the paid adult transporter called out sick, so they used me to transport patients around the hospital, which meant the patients were actually still in need of medical care. One assignment had me transporting a man who had both an IV pole and an oxygen tank. I used my not yet fully developed 12-year-old brain to come up with a plan that involved him holding the IV pole while I maneuvered the wheelchair and oxygen tank slowly to his destination and surgery.
I'm so sorry. I forgot that this was about a 12-year-old. Like it only took me 30 seconds to forget where I'm like, wait a second, a 12-year-old works at the hospital.
An untrained 12-year-old is moving patients from different departments.
How?
It gets worse. Wait.
Okay.
Once we got to the nurse's station, the nurses told me to put him in a room, and wanting to be efficient, I quickly grabbed his wheelchair to put him in the correct room. Only problem was that I forgot about the oxygen. The nasal cannula stayed in his nose, but the end disconnected from the oxygen tank. Oh, no. I, of course, did the right thing, which at 12 years old was yelling, "Good luck with surgery," and booking it off to the unit to end my shift. I spent the rest of the week convinced that I had killed the guy and fully expecting to be arrested when I arrived for my next shift. To my astonishment, no one said anything when I arrived, so I asked how he was doing. It clearly being the days before HIPAA, my boss immediately looked at his chart and told me his surgery had gone well and he had been discharged home. In an interesting turn of events, I have spent most of my career in healthcare and work on compliance measures that have been put in place to protect patients from 12-year-olds almost killing them.
Good. Thank God.
I'm still trying to make amends for that poor guy who I almost killed at the tender age of 12. Stay sexy and don't let 12-year-olds Doogie Howser it up at the hospital. Heather, she, her.
That's so, like, What a fateful story where it's like, sure, I could have potentially killed this man, but instead what I did was I took the lesson there and I went and tried to change policy in the future.
That's trauma. That's like long held trauma.
Yeah. Good job.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye. In the summer, healthy habits are easy to keep until you leave the house.
You walk out the door, and the next thing you know, you're barefoot and feral in a gas station candy aisle.
That's why Kachava makes it easy to maintain your routines.
Kachava is an all-in-one nutrition shake, and now it comes in new travel packs.
Every packet gives you a simple shake with protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, greens, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more.
They're easy to toss into a bag, easy to take on the road, and a simple way to stick with your normal wellness habits, even when your schedule changes.
Man, that Kachava matcha in the individual packs is like my dream snack. It's exactly what I need and want in between the like not great meals I'm eating for lunch and the snacks I would have had anyways that are terrible for me. Like this is something I feel like I'm treating myself when I take.
You're treating yourself to vitamins, fiber, all these things that your body really wants and needs and kind of craves that it does seem like it takes a big effort to get. So now you're getting it all in one packet and in a little drink you like.
Take your daily ritual with you.
Go to Kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code MFM.
Goodbye. The subject line of this email is it too late for a Chippendale story?
Mm-hmm.
And this just starts, salutations. And then it says, ugh. Y'all are excellent. Thank you for championing mental health, compassion, and general badassery. Okay, here goes. The year is 2000. The place is the San Fernando Valley. My best friend Anna and I are walking to Target on some vital 14-year-old girl business. A red convertible pulls up next to us, and a man in a dated neon tank top and shorts ensemble calls out to us. We give him our attention because we have not yet learned to fuck politeness. He tells us that he is a Chippendales dancer. If you ladies know anyone having a bachelorette party, give me a call. 14. He hands us an old receipt on the back of which is written David Steele, Steele, and a phone number. And then in parentheses it says, is this common practice among the Chippendales set? Is it a bizarro catfishing attempt? Who knows? We did not call this man. Close parentheses. Of course, when we regale our folks with this story, they're tickled. Nobody seemed the least bit concerned that we approached the car of a strange man, and David Steele's number remains in my wallet for years.
Oh my God.
Stay sexy and at least get some business cards, dude. Jamaica, she, her.
Yeah, your parents should have yelled at you.
Sorry, David Steele was not a Chippendales dancer. That wasn't real. David Steele is a fucking weirdo writing his name and phone number on a receipt.
Yeah.
And wearing neon twin set around the valley. Come on.
It sounds like the valley. Pretty fucking spot on.
That's kind of what the valley's like. As a resident and proud citizen, that's what we're like over here.
Okay, this one's called True Crime on the Boss's Dime. Greetings. In episode 384, Georgia asked how many people listen to My Favorite Murder while at work. I'm raising my hand. I've been an MFM listener since the early days, thanks to my oldest friend, Sarah, who insisted I subscribe almost 7 years ago.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job. Rate, review, subscribe. I've enjoyed most episodes while at work, crouched over my drawing table at a large greeting card company in the Midwest.
Ooh.
So while my hand is illustrating cute Easter bunnies and sweet baby shower rainbows and delicate Mother's Day bouquets, my ears are full of murder and mayhem.
Oh, wow.
Your compelling stories have helped me stay focused in the studio for long stretches of time. Months later, when I see these cards for sale in stores, I can often remember exactly which episode I was listening to when I created the art.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
That smiling snowman holding mistletoe, National Forest serial killer.
Oh my God.
That adorable corgi puppy with a heart on its butt, poisoned Halloween candy. Sometimes I wonder if any of the darkness from the podcast seeps into the lighthearted images I'm illustrating. Next time you pick up a card for Grandma, do you notice a sense of foreboding in those frolicking butterflies? Hopefully I've hidden it well. Thank you, Karen and Georgia, for helping me be productive at work for the better part of a decade. From C.
C, the secret greeting card illustrator. Well, here's the thing, and this is something C knows as well as all of us that love true crime. Life is a combination of light and dark.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You can't have one without the other, for sure.
We've all had terrible Christmases or, winter holidays or Easters or whatever non-Catholic holidays everybody else celebrates. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you for including us.
Thank you for mentioning. This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye. Okay. Personally, for me, this is a real love letter straight to Karen. So I'm
great.
Sorry, because this is really
sinkhole.
This
is sinkhole related.
Close in terms of things I love.
Okay.
And so I won't read you the subject line. It starts, a blanket hello to all involved and associated. Karen, your hair's looking fabulous. Georgia, that cat looks great on you.
Thank you.
Just kind of the best compliment for you of all time.
I love that. I love that.
Okay, it says, all right, enough already. Let's get into this. This scene. I was a manager at a coffee shop in an affluent area of Los Angeles. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. almost every day. So one day I walk into the coffee shop from the back door to open like any other day, and I notice something is awry. Our bug zapper, which had been Velcroed to the wall, is on the floor. Immediately, almost too immediately, I come to the conclusion, ghosts? I enter the front, turn on the lights, and see a big gaping hole where the window once was. Panic sets in. We had a break-in. Is the culprit still there? Am I in danger? I look around the small space with phone in hand, ready to dial 911, and no one is around. Thank God. When I tell you there is glass everywhere, there is glass everywhere. Months after the incident, I was still finding broken glass, completely covering every surface and on the floor, but there were also shards of glass all the way to the sidewalk. So I call everyone, the police, my operations manager, my mom, my boss tells us to stay and open like normal. Sure. So slowly our regulars start rolling in. Now, being in a trendy, wealthier area of LA, we get quite a number of celebrities. And then in parentheses, it just says brag. Now, I don't want to name any names, but we would often get a lovely visit from a particular Irishman with devilish good looks and eyebrows that could vote, run for mayor, pull their own weight, start a band, build a house, join a cult, call your dad, etc. Yep, Colin Farrell.
Yay!
It's a Colin Farrell email.
Oh my God. Sinkholes and Colin Farrell. Like, what else is there for Karen?
Oh my God. Also,
KK is losing her shit.
I'm kind of dying. Here's the funniest thing, though. After the name Colin Farrell, they put somehow in an email, they have the emoji of a penguin. I don't know why.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, the penguin from Batman.
Did he play the penguin?
He played the penguin in the most recent Batman.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, perfect.
For a second, I was like, oh, these kids with their secret emoji language.
I was like, the lobster? Was there a penguin in the lobster?
Is the penguin a girl eggplant? What's happening? Okay. He's the penguin. Okay. Colin orders as usual through the app. And then in parentheses, it says, I still remember his coffee order to this day.
Oh my God, we need it. Please.
Please. And when he arrives, one of my employees is outside sweeping glass with a pitiful broom, and the rest of my staff, including myself, are busy inside sweeping, cleaning, and making coffee orders. Colin pokes his head through the gaping hole and says, what the fuck happened? I explain that we had a break-in, and he says, and you have to stay open? And then in parentheses, it says, oh, he gets me. He then turns to my employee and motions with his hand to give him the broom. I'm standing there in a coffee shop with broken glass up to my elbows, Colin Farrell's flat white in hand. There's his coffee order.
Flat white.
Watching Colin Farrell sweep glass outside, and I speak out loud, I'm not entirely convinced I'm not dreaming. I hand him his coffee. Our hands graze each other through the handoff, and I carry on with my day. One of the best days of my life. And then it says, and now for your unexpected pleasure, an MFM anecdote. So they're transferring just from one of the greatest Colin Farrell stories I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Second only to my own, where I saw him at the concession stand at the ArcLight.
Yes.
Into this. For the shortest minute of my life, I worked in an animal hospital. One busy day, I see this confused man walk in with a dog. He asks if we can help him. This dog appeared on his front lawn and didn't know who they belonged to. I scan the microchip and let him know I'd be right back. In the back, I make the call, and the woman on the other line gives me the name and the phone number of the owner. She starts to say the name, Karen Kilgariff.
What?
My jaw equals floor. You're kidding me. I have Karen Kilgariff's dog in the lobby, and then bam, it made sense. This dog had 3 legs. It was George.
Oh my God.
So Karen, I sincerely apologize for leaving you the most confusing and disoriented voicemail. I was starstruck by sweet old George and your outgoing message, which is literally me going, hello, you've reached Karen Kilgariff, leave a message, goodbye, like as fast as I possibly can. Just kind of funny. Alrighty, stay sexy. And when Colin Farrell motions to you to give him the broom, you give him the broom. Chelsea B.
Do you remember that specifically?
Oh, I remember it. And I remember Chelsea B's message because it was during quarantine.
Yeah.
So this was like right when people started feeling like it might be okay to see their friends and actually like be around another outside person.
Yeah.
Which was so weird. So Bridger Weiniger of I Said No Guest, please listen if you haven't already. He calls and he's like, I'm going to go insane if I stay in my house 1 minute longer. And I'm like, let's go to the beach. And so George had a problem / talent when she had all 4 legs, and then apparently when she had all 3.
That's what I was going to say, is I didn't know she fucking was able to do that with 3 legs.
Yes. So my dog George, when she had 4 legs, could climb fences. And I thought my fence was broken because she got out multiple times at my old house. And my neighbors around me were like, you're the worst dog parent of all time.
Right.
And I literally was like hiring my next door neighbor, Rick, to come and fix my fence, even though we were like, okay, let's replace this fence. Now we're replacing this fence. And then one day Rick is standing in his driveway and he watches George pull herself up over an 8-foot fence, flip herself into his hedge, roll off, and then walk up the street. And he goes, Karen, I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. I was like, thank you. I'm not a bad dog parent. She's like, this is extraordinary. So this time, this was at a new house. And essentially they found there was this weird way out the front that, because it was the first time I'd left the house in 2 years.
Yeah. She's like, fuck this. Where's mom?
She was panicking, I think. And she went and climbed the front fence with 3 legs. And then basically walked up the street. This is kind of the funniest thing. And this family was so nice. She walks up the street and then just goes into these people's yards and lays down because she only has 3 legs. So she's like, I shouldn't have made this choice.
Yeah.
So I'm out of the house for the first time in over 2 years, and we're driving home from the beach. So we're like on the 405.
Yeah.
And then I see, oh no, I've gotten 4 messages that can't be good. And the first one was from Chelsea B going, hi Karen, I work at the blah, blah, blah animal hospital. We found your dog. And then I'm like, of course.
God, she's okay.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
It was pretty terrifying. And then when we pulled up and she was just laying in their front yard like it was her house, just chilling. And they had like a little son. I think he was like 3 or 4 years old, just kind of hanging out with her. And it was just like as if I had dropped her off at the dog sitter and now I was picking her up, except for these people didn't.
She had a play date.
It was so embarrassing.
That's adorable.
So embarrassing.
The only way that would have been better is if the guy had been single and it had been a meet cute.
Could you imagine?
That someone has had to meet that way before, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Somebody with a true lunatic. Like that dog was, she had a touch of crazy in her where she was just like, yeah, if you leave me alone for too long, I'm just going to start climbing shit and I don't care.
I got to find you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save your life. What are you doing leaving the house? Like,
you're out in this world by yourself.
I don't trust you out in the world. All right. This last one's called 2 for 1 Funeral Director Edition. My dad has passed, so I feel like I can safely share these stories now. My dad worked as a funeral director, and one time the mob approached him asking to bury 2 bodies at once via a hidden compartment under a casket.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He said no. Not so much because it was wrong, but because, quote, once you do one thing for the mob, you're on the hook for life.
Yeah.
My dad very much enjoyed not being beholden to anyone. I mean, either way, you're fucked. You say no to the mob, and then they know that you know a secret.
Also, how do you say no to the mob and they don't make you the third body in the second compartment?
Exactly. No, thank you.
Hey, guys. You're great. I think you're great.
Yeah.
I'm just not, that's not me.
Love your work. Love what you do. Just
no. And also, was he providing the casket with the secret compartment or were they?
That's a great question. Maybe they have them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was also a time that he worked at a crematory. The building looked like a generic, unlabeled industrial garage from the outside. One night, the hearse inside was stolen for a joyride. The cops found it the next day, only a few blocks away, parked on the side of the road with a note inside from the thieves stating how very sorry they were to have stolen it. This was because there was a body in the back the whole time.
Oh, yeah, they're sorry.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
I still laugh imagining their reaction when they realized. Those are like teenagers or something, you know?
Yeah.
Stay sexy and say no to the mob, V.
How do you say no to the mob?
No, thank you, I think is the...
Maybe it's the funeral home. It was like an old family funeral home where they've been in the neighborhood for years. And it was like, guys, you know I can't get involved in this type of thing.
Totally. I mean, Then it makes you wonder how many fucking bodies are buried in a trapdoor in a fucking casket from the mob.
In New Jersey, many.
Yeah. Jimmy
I bet.
Hoffa, he's in a bunk bed.
He's just down there under somebody's great grandma.
Yeah. Someone's nana died and he really
Wow. What a batch.
That was a batch for sure.
That was quite a batch.
That was. Can you do it too? Write us a letter at myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
Get in here. It's fun. And stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producer is Alejandra Keck.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Squilacci.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
And follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at myfavoritemurder and on Twitter at myfavemurder. Goodbye. The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why they're Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.